Hello traders, welcome to Trading with Bill, Forex and Options. Great to be with you on a Tuesday, September 29th. Wow, month's gone by. End of our trading quarter, end of the month. So we have things happening, my friends. Things are happening pretty wild. Like I said, September 29th, 2015, helping losing traders become winning traders as a team. Today's we've got some charts to go over, some things to talk about in options. I'm sure most of you have already seen this massive downslide we had in the U.S. session. Euro indices, U.S. indices, and today the Asian indices all taking all big red numbers. Everything collapsing. So let's get moving. Let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday. However, they do call me Bill. I don't know what to do with my other photo. I can't find it. So this is an old one. All right, that's me. I started trading in 2006, and in 2008 I retired from a wonderful 27-year career as a firefighter paramedic out of the great state of Florida. Traders 9 days later came to Thailand for a 3-month holiday to celebrate my career, and well, it's 8 years later, and I am still in Asia, still in Thailand, absolutely loving it. Love retirement in Thailand and love trading the markets in Thailand due to the time zone. So basically, I go to work early in the morning and I finish late at night and take some 2-hour breaks here and there or 2.5-hour breaks here and there. And, you know, I'm always looking for opportunities and probabilities so the trade will be successful on my side. So what does that entail? Well, it means you need to listen to fundamentals and you need to look at technicals and you need to put it all together, and you know, it's sort of like fun to figure out where these things are going. And what happens is we get caught in, you know, because the markets do what the markets do, and we might think different way than the market. The market's never wrong. We just need to adapt to what the market is doing. It's a challenge. It's quite fun. All right, let's get a move on. Don't want this going long today. Let's go over to our risk disclaimer. Forex and options trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex and options markets. Traders, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, traders. Yes, I did it, and wow, I woke up to a nasty chart today. I entered this trade on the spiders, and I was selling it. I'm selling at 196. I'm sorry, 186, buying back at 184, and this thing has tanked overnight. It was at 191 when I entered it. 190 when I entered it, and I never would have expected the spiders to move $5 against me overnight, but you know, I saw a lot worse out there. So I am in a loss on this weekly option at the moment, and let me show you what we have. So anyhow, just I did figure out how to get rid of that middle Bollinger Band, by the way, and as you see, it's not there. But look at this Bollinger Band, open wide to the downside. This is wide to the upside. We got a parabolical czar up top here, which I'm not liking. So I'm in the negative on this. If we take a look at the DNA, now the DNA was down a little bit when I took the trade, and this was at the 5-0 line, and it was red when I took the trade. But this is a weekly option, so I have time, right? And look at the volatility yesterday. Look at the amount of volume. These bars on the bottom of the chart are volume bars. And look at the volume that was involved in this. So we'll see what happens. You're going to need to watch this carefully now because, you know, the spiders is the S&P 500, right? And that took a 2.63, negative 2.63 loss yesterday. So biotechs really took a hit, and, you know, a lot of different sectors took big hits yesterday. So, you know, wasn't nice to wake up to looking at that. And I actually, it was so early, I wasn't even out of bed. I basically just picked up my iPhone and just looked at my trading platform and saw it and just like turned it away and then got up and came back to reality. Wasn't fun, my friends. Okay, so let's take a look at where I'm at. Here we are. This is an educational slide, and really is an educational slide. The amount that I'm down is I'm down $122.50. You know, that's okay. I'm not worried about that. But this is the education, and this is why we do vertical spreads. Okay, this is why we do vertical spreads. So we always look where we sold, and that's the negative, right? So I'm negative $427.50. So if I would have done a naked put, in other words, I wouldn't have had a vertical spread, I would be out $427.50. However, I had insurance, remember? I was at 184 to buy this back, which gave me $305. Therefore, my loss is only $122.50. So important that we understand this is why we take spreads, folks. So if we take a hit, you know, we take a hit, but it's not $427.50, which it could have been if I just would have taken this naked without using a vertical spread, meaning that I'm going to use insurance, and that's basically how you have to look at it. So no, it's not fun being in the negative on the first day of the week. And you can see it says we have 3 days left. I don't know why they do that, but it says we have 3 days left. We really have 4 days because we have till the end of Friday's New York session close. So, you know, we hopefully will get an update today. We'll see if the market corrects and pulls back. I wanted to show you another options chart, and this is Apple. Traders, if you remember last week at this time, we were taking a trade at the, was it 114, 111, or was it 112? Yeah, 112, and we were saying that this was not going to go below 112, and it came up to that 115 area. And if you remember, we got out of that and made profit on Friday before this came back down, and it came back all the way back down to 114. Now look at this, traders. Yesterday it's pulled back to 112.44. Wow, just sold off. Look at the DNA, really steep to the downside. Stochastic, steep to the downside. You know, basically looking like the same thing here. And I wouldn't be surprised at the open if we don't see a barrel Bollinger dot, this white dot up here at the open of the New York session. So Apple really taken down, but you know, I was watching Twitter today, as I do every day, and you know, they've sold like so many iPhone 6 and 6S Plus, the new ones, and it's like, I don't know, 10 million phones or something they already sold. They're not even out yet, and you know, it's just like, it's wild, and who would think that this would come down, you know? So yeah, this took a little hit here. However, let's go back to, again, reality check, and that's the dollar index. So here's our dollar index, folks. And if you look over the last week, the dollar index has stayed at this 96.03 area and this 96.83, and it's basically, you know, stayed within that range here and hasn't broken out. It hasn't done anything. Our personal pivots arrow is still here to the downside, and here's one to the upside, which is more current. However, this can't break through this 50 exponential moving average, which is showing red right at the moment. So, you know, we're pretty tight with the dollar index. So, you know, the dollar hasn't lost it. So I'm really hoping that we get this back to dollar strength. Okay, let's move over to Forex. All right, here, now this was taken a while ago, traders, probably an hour ago. So this is back up here somewhere. This is back, this is pulled back already. So, you know, the dollar was strong, you know, then it's weak, then it's strong. So it's in this little range here, and it's bobbling around here. However, you know, I'd love to short this. So I'd love to see this come back up to this 1290 area, you know, back up to this fib. And what's that, at 1280. And I would reshort this because it's already tested. It's broken through this middle Bollinger Band, which is the 20 simple moving average. However, it's pulled back up already. So pretty interesting to see if we get some dollar strength later on in the day and we can take this back down again. Talking fast traders, I'm sure you can hear the thunder in the background. We've got some storms coming in here in Thailand right at the moment, and I don't like lightning and computers. So I want to get this done so we can shut them down. All right, let's take a look at the New Zealand dollar. This is pulled back also, and the reason for this is where the Ichimoku clouds come in really handy. You know, this is a big Ichimoku cloud, so this is resistance here. And you would expect that this is going to fail somewhere in this cloud and come back to the downside. So, you know, the dollar's gotten weak and then it's gotten strong again. And I did not take a look at this before I started recording. But if you look at the RSI, this is really to the upside here on the 60-minute chart. So I don't want to buy the New Zealand dollar, by the way. Just so you know, I have no intentions of buying the New Zealand. I'm waiting for this to turn around, my friends. I am waiting for this to turn around. We can sell this back to the downside. Okay, that's what I'm waiting for. We're in the cloud. Want to see a red candle, and let's see if we can sell this back down to 6,300. I'd love for it to get up to 6,350, 6,360. Even if it gets up to the top of the edge of the cloud, would be fine with me. And we'll just sell it. But we got a Bollinger Band there, and it's probably not going to get past that Bollinger Band. And I notice we have an hourly fib there. So we're going to have to watch that. Okay, here's the pound dollar. Not a lot of movement today. Pretty non-eventful, to be honest with you. Came up to the cloud here. Look at how small this cloud is here on this 1-hour chart. Really, really small on this 1-hour chart. So I'm expecting that this is going to probably end up coming back to the downside. This gray line, remember traders, is a horizontal line off the daily chart. Off the daily chart. Look at how prices responded to that. Has not moved, huh? Look at that, huh? Unbelievable. Yeah, this is a fib off the daily, and you can see them quite out throughout this. So this is pretty tight in here. So we'll see what happens. Not interested in really doing anything with the pound dollar. It doesn't look like today. Let's take a look at the Aussie. Aussie is really interesting. This actually went into the cloud and is back out of the cloud. So we'll see how this works out. Like I said, I took these about an hour before I started recording, and we are, well, we're like 95 minutes into the London Open. So we've been in this London session for some time here. So yeah, so pretty interesting to watch there. This teal line here, pointing to the upside. This is the only lagging indicator with Ichimoku system, and this is pointing to the upside. Pretty interesting. Everything else on Ichimoku is all, everything is planned in advance. They're leading indicators, which is pretty cool. Love the Ichimoku clouds. All right, that wraps that up. Traders, I want to thank you for being with me on a Tuesday, September 29th, 2015. Come visit my website at tradingwithbill.com, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just like to know that people are still watching and listening. And you can always follow me on Twitter at WKG1960, helping losing traders become winning traders. Traders, have a great trading day, and be careful as the day goes on. I hope you get some turnarounds. Take care, traders. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care now. Bye-bye.